I'm attempting to crochet my very first granny square cardigan, and I know nothing about crocheting and putting together a cardigan. As I have been scouring the internet looking for the perfect granny square cardigan pattern, I decided that I was going to go ahead and compile all of the cardigans that I was finding into one video. So I'm doing the research so you don't have to, and hopefully the ones that I find will inspire you to want to create a granny square cardigan too. Hey, it's Tammy, Crafty Mompreneur. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So this whole thing started when I got this card deck from my daughter for my birthday. This was only after I had received a counterfeit deck, and then went on to do a whole series about comparing the two card decks, and you can watch that video series here. I've been making some projects with them, and I decided that one of those projects is going to be a granny square cardigan. I have never crocheted a cardigan before. I needed a pattern. I have spent the last week or so scouring the internet and Pinterest and YouTube and all of the places to find 10 granny square cardigans that I feel a somewhat beginner, which is what I am, could tackle. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you those 10 cardigans, what I like about them, and maybe you can find some inspiration if crocheting a granny square cardigan is on your bucket list. I'm going to move over here. I'll pop a picture of the cardigan up here, or it'll come across the screen in some fancy little editing move that I have, and then I'll kind of just talk through why I like it. The granny squares that I'm going to be using in the cardigan that I make are the smaller ones from this card deck. So they're like the 4 or 5 inch ones. It has been suggested to me to go ahead and crochet around and block these, and I do plan to do that. I just have to figure out what I want the cardigan to look like before I actually do that. So we're going to dive into these 10 patterns and kind of talk through what I'm looking for in a cardigan. I would love to hear in the comments what you like about the cardigans. If you've made a cardigan, which pattern you've used. I'm new to this granny square cardigan making adventure, and I'm sure I'm going to make mistakes along the way, and that's okay, because that's how we learn and grow, right? So let's just stop the babbling and get to the patterns already. Sheesh. Up first is this Everyday Granny Square Cardigan by My Poppet Makes. This one caught my eye because it had this really cool detailing on the sleeve. I really loved that about this particular cardigan, as well as it had both granny squares on the sleeves and throughout the whole cardigan. While I love the sleeves on this one, like the cuffs, I feel like I want a bigger band on my cardigan than what this one has. I'm not sure on the length of the sleeves for this one. If you prefer a shorter length sleeve on your cardigan, this would be the one for you. But for me, I might be wanting to go for a full sleeve. This is a free pattern on the blog, and it requires 42 granny squares and 2 half squares, joined with a whip stitch and edged with a single crochet. So this one seems very like a simple design, and I'm almost certain I could do this one. What I'm finding is I might be, as I am thinking about the ones that are coming up, it might be that I combine different parts of each of these. But we'll just see. Let's keep going. I will be including links to all of these patterns, whether it is the blog post of where you can find it for free, or the Etsy or Ravelry shop where you can find it as a paid pattern. Okay, the next one on my list caught my attention because of the coloring, and it has the thicker band that I was looking for. And after doing some research in the Etsy shop of Tidda Art, Tidda Art, this cardigan is called the Tidda Crochet Cardi, and she has it in all sizes. So depending on which size you need, you would buy the pattern for that size. And it says in the pattern descriptions that she will tell you how to upsize it or downsize it. There's 5 options in her Etsy shop where they're the different sizes. The kids cardigan is the one that caught my attention the most because it's got the bright colors, and I just love the way the banding looks on this one. I do think that it could be an option for me, but I'm not 100% sure. And you're gonna see in this video that right now I'm in the early stages of planning this cardigan. I still have a lot of granny squares to make. Let's move on to the next one. This next one is one that I shared in my Sunday video, and it was the first original inspiration I had for a crochet cardigan. So it is a free tutorial here on YouTube, and it is Siren's Crochet is the name of it. And for this one, she goes through the whole entire process of making the squares and everything. I could definitely use this one as kind of my guide on this because it does have the thicker bands. The only thing that I'm not so sure on is if I want to crochet them together like this one does, or if I want to stitch them together. And so if you guys have made a granny square cardigan, if you know what's better, if crocheting the squares together, or if like sewing them together is better for a cardigan, let me know in the comments. One of you guys mentioned how you could possibly do granny square stitches for the sleeves. And so as I was looking for crochet patterns, I was specifically looking for some that had that type of look so that I could see if I really liked it. I came across wildandwonderful.com. She has a granny square cardi free crochet pattern and printable square planner. So I thought, this could definitely be something I could use. So I haven't yet got it. You know, it's like one of the, put in your email and she'll email you. It's like a freebie on her website. So I will probably do that and let you guys actually, I'm just going to do it right now so I can give you guys my thoughts on what it looks like. How about we just do that? I'm going to do it right here with you guys. Email me the freebie, please. Thank you, Katie M. Let me check my email. Isn't the internet great? Refresh. Refresh. Sometimes things like this go to your junk mail, so I'm going to check that real quick. Katie, where's my freebie? I'll check back with my email towards the end of this video and let you know if that freebie came through, and we can look at it together. So the Wild and Wonderful free PDF did come through, and basically this cardigan PDF takes you through the entire process of making this cardigan, from planning the colors you want to use and everything like that. So this is a really good free downloadable. While I don't need all the planning for the squares, I do like that she has the description on how to do the arms and the banding. So I can use that should I decide to go with that one. So, okay, so the joyofmotioncrochet.com has this crochet granny square cardigan pattern for free on her blog. It does have ads in it, so you have to be okay with, the ads, because that's how these creators make their money, which is totally acceptable. A little frustrating at times, but that's how creators can offer their stuff for free, is because if you spend time on their website, then they get money, ad revenue. Just like when you're watching a YouTube video and an ad pops up and you watch it, that's how YouTube creators make a little extra money. But this one, if you don't like the ads, it is also available on her website for $6.50. I do like the nice thick band on this one. Using the white kind of gave me an idea of what my cardigan might look like with the white banding. So this one is definitely one that caught my attention in my search for the perfect granny square cardigan pattern. Now the next one that I'm sharing is based on your guys' comments. I did look this one up, and it was Sasser House, and it's her YouTube video that has 610,000 views on it. And she walks you through step by step on how to make a granny square cardigan. Well, I don't need to actually make the squares. I could use this tutorial definitely for constructing my cardigan and putting it together. I think this cardigan is really pretty. It uses all of the same granny square, just in different colors. And then she also takes you through constructing it and putting it together. So I do think that this is an option to get an idea of the way that she puts it together, because I think that is my biggest thing that I'm looking for with mine, is what do I want the end product to look like, and where I need tutorials to help me to get to what I'm looking for. So this one has come highly rated from a lot of my subscribers. So if you're looking for a free granny square cardigan tutorial, I would definitely check out this one. The next granny square cardigan that I have for you guys is not necessarily one that I'm considering specifically for my cardigan, but I thought for those of you who like shorter cardigans, I would put one in this roundup for that. And the one that I liked is this one from originallylovely.com. It's a free crochet pattern on the website, and it does use the smaller squares, which I liked. And I feel like looking at these different granny square cardigans is kind of giving me a better idea of how many additional squares I'm going to need to crochet. Now, in case you didn't want to have a full-blown granny square cardigan, I did come across this one on Etsy. Iron Lamb is the shop name. And this one is cute because it just has the granny squares at the bottom of it. And while that's not the kind that I'm looking for, if you're someone that's like, ooh, granny square cardigan is like too much, but I want a little bit of granny square, then this is a pretty cool pattern. So I thought I would share this one in this pattern roundup as well. The next one that I came across that caught my eye is one, and it showed up a lot. Like it showed up several times in different posts of people who were sharing about it. And it is this Stevie cardigan by Denny Made Designs on Etsy. And the thing I like about this is, again, the wider band and also the cuffs. The size of squares seemed about what I'm going to be working with. This one also had the sleeves that were the granny square stitch. And as I'm looking through these and going through all these different patterns, I feel like that might be the way that I want to go. But I'm going to show you the last one, and it might actually be the way that I'm going to go. I'm just really not sure yet. And now for the last one that I'm considering, and I will warn you that it is the most expensive pattern that I've shared on this video. But I think because it has so much in it, it might be the way to go. So let me introduce you to the Oma cardigan. And this is on Ravelry, and it's by Jillian. I don't know how to say her last name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. But here's the thing. This cardigan, I'll just read you a little bit of the description. The Oma cardigan is a homage to all the beautiful vintage yet timeless granny square afghans that grandmas all over the world have made that we all love, and if we're lucky enough to own one, cherish so dearly. It's a highly customizable and size-inclusive crocheted granny square cardigan with optional knitted elements. Oh, wait. I can't be knitting. I don't know how to knit. So this might not be it. The pattern is made to measure and written in US terms. It's best suited for an intermediate skill level or higher. Now that I read this part, here's the problem with this one. It has knit arms. I was really liking the full arm that was all one color in these pictures. Like this particular picture caught my attention because I felt like it was definitely one that reminded me of my squares. Then there was something about the solid arms that caught my attention. But now that I read the pattern, I'm like, dang, I don't know how to knit. So if you know how to knit, this would be the perfect pattern if you love this one. I have no idea how to knit, and honestly, like, it's not something that I want to learn just for this cardigan, but I do love the way the solid arm looks. So upon further review of the Oma pattern, she does give instructions for not only the knit arms but also the crocheted arms. So this picture is the one that confirmed it for me, and actually I do like the way this looks with the cuffs of the sleeves a color, and then the banding is one color, and then the sleeves are one color, and then this could be it. This might be it. So now, having gone over all of the cardigan patterns and tutorials that I found, I think I have a better idea of what I'm looking for, and as we go into our next Granny Square Sunday, I can go into more detail about what I'm thinking. But again, this video was to just give different ideas for you for Granny Square cardigan. That's going to do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because the next video that I have coming up is Granny Square Sunday. So we are going to be talking all things granny squares, show you the square that I crocheted from the Modern Guide to Granny Squares. And we'll also chat more about me crocheting my very first cardigan. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Bye. There's something in my eye. What was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. To design my perfect cardigan.